It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Niners and the Cowboys coming up next.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes the San Francisco offense as they are led out by their quarterback, the man known as Jimmy G. That's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 38. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it, okay? They got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Second and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
It's been a struggle for the guys on defense trying to figure out how to get off the field. And now after that run, they're confronted with at least 4 more plays.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Prescott from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but it'll be 2nd and goal. On the option, here's Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Now Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run the counter. It's Mitchell. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Ain't going nowhere. First down, 49ers.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Garoppolo. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. Garoppolo again. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Sanu with a grab over the middle. 7 yards the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 17-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man, Wilson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. High throw, but he makes the catch. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Breaks through the contact, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Prescott yet again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now Pollard. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a second down and 6. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
In on the stop, Damontae Kazee.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Play action. Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Here we go. We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Garoppolo on first down. That's caught by Jennings. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On third down, Mitchell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Pollard. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Let's go.
And out now come the Cowboys. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. A solid stiff arm. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And these are the kind of plays that defenders dream about. A chance to get a big running start and go after the quarterback. He was not at all put off by the option. I think he committed to the quarterback right from the outset, and he was able to get in there and put the hit on him.
From the 44, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To throw is Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down 21-14. Just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's going to let it fly.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
74 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.